The T-Rex is undoubtedly one of the most famous dinosaurs in the world, and also one of the most lethal that ever existed. This is due to its characteristics that lead to believe that it was a natural predator, and that no other dinosaur could challenge it. This may be true, comparing them to other carnivores of the time, but it is very possible that the dinosaur that can defeat the T-Rex is in its own family. Today I present to you the most lethal T-Rex relatives of all time. Number 4. Albertasaurus. The Albertasaurus was a Tyrannosaurus theropod that lived in the Cretaceous era in North America, approximately 65 million years ago. Most of them lived in the Alberta region of Canada, where their name originates, and the number of species is completely unknown, but it is rumored that there were only 2. It belonged to the family recognized as Tyrannosaurids, and walked on 2 legs with large teeth and hands. It is estimated that the Albertasaurus could be the most dangerous reptile of the environment in which it lived. It was a little smaller than the Tyrannosaurus rex. Within its family branch, it was considered to be one of the smallest, but no less dangerous. In adult state, it could measure up to 10 meters and have an approximate weight of 2 tons. Like the rest of the Tyrannosaurids, the Albertasaurus was carnivorous. One of the details that need to be highlighted is that they hunted in group and not alone, as it used to be the case for the majority of specimens of the species. In fact, it was estimated that they used to form groups of 10 to 26 members, with very lethal results for their prey. Number 3. Eutyrannus. This was a tyrannosaurid theropod that lived during the Lower Cretaceous in what would one day become Liaoning, present-day China. It was a gigantic carnivore for the place where it lived, in the time in which it lived, measuring up to 9 meters long. This great theropod is the largest dinosaur in which fossilized feathers have been discovered, although of course it is very possible that many other larger theropod dinosaurs had feathers. It had a skull measuring 90.5 centimeters, which would have been a formidable weapon for hunting its prey. The aforementioned 9 meters were the pretext of a height of 3 meters and a weight of 3 tons. He lived in the lake sediment forest of the Liaoning site, hunting animals such as Albertasaurus. Number 2. PinnochioRex. Kiangzusaurus is a genus of carnivorous tyrannosaurid dinosaur that lived in Asia during the late Cretaceous period. Currently, there is only one species named, the type species Kiangzusaurus sinensis, called PinnochioRex because of its long muzzle compared to other known Tyrannosaurus. Apart from its characteristic muzzle, it also has long, fine teeth, while the T-Rex had wide, powerful teeth with a sunken jaw. Experts say that the PinnochioRex lived next to the deep-nosed Tyrannosaurs, but they would not have been in direct competition with them as they were larger and probably hunted different prey. This great reptile lived until about 66 million years ago, when all dinosaurs became extinct, probably as the result of a deadly asteroid impact. Number 1. Daspletosaurus. It was a tyrannosaurid theropod that inhabited the Earth between 77 and 74 million years ago, in the Upper Cretaceous. It was the largest predator of its time, and so to speak, the predecessor of the Tyrannosaurus rex. It had a large head with huge jaws, which had large teeth. These were made to cut bones and tear flesh. The Daspletosaurus was covered by a thin layer of plumage, which isolated it from the cold of winter. We know that it coexisted with the Gorgosaurus, although they did not occupy the same ecological niche, nor did it feed on the same prey. The Daspletosaurus used to feed on larger and therefore less agile animals such as the Cosmosaurus or Centrosaurus. This Tyrannosaurid had very short front legs, finished with 2 fingers with 6 centimeter claws, although perhaps the most imposing with this carnivore were its jaw muscles, which showed that its bite was lethal. The force of its bite was comparable to the bite of its relatives, like that of the Tyrannosaurus or that of the Tarbosaurus.